Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
He's a level 3 whiskey sommelier.
He's a master mooch.
I don't know, man. I punched that eagle in the so hard he exploded.
So what happens as a mooch if you kill your own spirit animal?
Right now, I'm just some dude.
Just some dude with a haircut. Okay, wait. Glengoyne.
Yeah.
Glengoyne 12. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of excited about this one.
Fiddly bits that we could show you if Chad had a card in the camera.
Just keep rubbing it in. Okay.
But he charged it like a boss. He charged it wonderfully.
So,
Highland Single Malt Scotch whiskey, 43%.
but here's the interesting thing. This is a distillery that's only 20 miles north.
Floral, nice. But not candy sweet.
It's only 20 miles north of Glasgow.
Buttery caramel floral. Oh.
I get lemon kind of in there too. Like that citrus zesty kind of. Mm-hmm. Anyway, technically one part of their distillery is on the Highland side, mm-hmm. and across the road is considered the lowlands, and their aging warehouse is in the lowlands. So this is technically a Highland distillery that makes their stuff in the Highlands and ages it in the lowlands.
It's like a light, thin, sweet butter. A thread of sweet butter on the nose.
No, they don't peat their whiskey at all.
More floral than anything.
Totally unpeated.
Yeah. Unpeated. No.
Totally unpeated.
Yeah, there's no peat here.
They use slow fermentation, which allows a lot of the development of complex esters. And so you would think with unpeated, you just get a sweet, pretty, friendly whiskey.
Right.
But because of that long fermentation, you get all these chemicals created that create complexity.
I want to get on that slow fermentation. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Slow fermentation?
Absolutely.
We're going to slow ferment.
They use both first fill sherry and bourbon casks together.
You know what this reminds me of? We're not going to pull it down, but I will let you agree with me in my rightness. What is the one that is the Nectar Dwar?
Oh, Glenmorangie.
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 Nectar Dwar.
Nectar Dora has a Sauterne cask finish, the white wine.
Yeah, but the lighter, more floral notes, almost like an Irish butter thread. Really nice. Almost like a. No,
dude, that is vanilla.
The fruitiness
all day.
I haven't tasted the fruitiness. Is almost like a white wine fruitiness for me on the nose.
Yeah, dude, that is vanilla with like a shredded coconut top, and then hints of all that lemon zesty. This is creme brulee,
dude.
This is good.
All right, can we? I'm very sorry.
Yeah,
because I'm just some guy.
You really want to compare to Nectar Dora?
I'm just some guy. I'm not even a mooch. I'm
just a man standing in front of another man. Asking him to pull down a whiskey.
To pull down the Nectar Dwar. I can get it if you know where it is.
No, it's right here.
Okay. Ah, so good. Yeah, I'm a big fan. If I want something that's very complex, not heavy, aggressive, challenging, but just really beautiful.
They're about 20% different, 80% the same. There's more mustiness to the Glengoyne.
Yeah.
There's more
That's
light
interesting because
sugar.
Coming off the heels of what we reviewed earlier, I'm not getting even a trace of mustiness.
No, but smell that and then you'll find it.
Oh, this is even lighter.
Yeah, and even sweeter too.
Oh, come on.
It's more clingy too. The Glengoyne doesn't cling as much. It's not as heavy on the oil component.
Yeah, and again, if you like fruity white wines, either one of these. The Glengoyne is going to have a little bit more character, a little bit more oak. You said it as mustiness, but these are like fruity white wine lover whiskeys.
So there's a little bit of trivia with this one. Mm-hmm. They are one of only a few distilleries in the world that still use Golden Promise barley.
I don't know what this
And
is.
the reason is Golden Promise is a strain of barley that's much harder to grow and has lower yields of crops.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The other distillery that uses it is Macallan.
Okay.
There's a distillery in Texas that uses it.
Really?
Balcones.
Oh, did we uncover the secret of the really nice whiskeys?
Golden Promise.
I think, all right.
Now, they have a contract in Scotland from the last I heard that got them Golden Promise barley.
So they're sourcing it from Scotland.
Yeah.
Man.
for their single malts.
Of course, I never really thought about that. The have something really unique.
It's extremely expensive.
Yes, to have something really unique like that, of course you need to source some of their ingredients, some of the grains.
Super high quality.
That you can't really get readily, otherwise it's going to taste
Like
very
everybody else.
similar.
Now, they use their water from the Loch Lomond.
Okay.
It's the Glengoyne burn, which flows from Loch Lomond in the Highlands. Now, there's a whole line of whiskeys called Loch Lomond,
It's
named after that lake.
Loch Lomond.
Loch Lomond.
I don't know. Nick Kosar, why do all Irish whiskeys taste almost the same?
Yeah, they don't.
I think there's more, they taste more of the same than Scotch, but I think there's more variation in Irish
Than there is in bourbon.
Than there is in bourbon.
Yeah, now keep in mind, if you're talking about the budget line, right? Why does budget Tullamore, budget Jameson, budget
Which is funny.
Bushmills?
Well,
The reason is because the vast majority of the spirit in those is grain neutral spirit, the grain spirit that goes into the blends.
Yeah.
And so that's the dominant flavor profile in all of them, with a little hint of some malts and some pot still, right?
That's fantastic.
Glengoyne
It was funny.
is really great.
That's the point we're making, because his second part of the comment is Scotch takes you places. That's what we just said. But Irish seems like it comes from one still, takes you home, and tells you the same story every single time.
Yeah, start trying, instead of the budget lines, start trying some of the straight pot stills and the straight single malt Irish whiskeys.
Right.
That will mix it up for you.
So, Redbreast 12 and Green Spot are two of the most popular Irish. Very different, though.
Well, no, that's not true. They're two of the most popular with people who obsess over Irish whiskey.
Yeah, no.
And
Like,
dig in the second layer.
People who watch this show.
Yeah.
Not-
For our crew.
Not in the mass market like a Jameson or something.
Yeah, mass market, Jameson, Bushmills, and Powers are the top three, I think.
Thomas Hawker, where
Got
did
Tullamore's in there.
Thomas Hawker, where did Daniel say you lived in the UK?
Short version is, when I was staying in London, I was in Chiswick, and when I was staying in Scotland, I lived in Banff and Macduff, and I can't remember which side of the creek I was on. There's a little bridge separating Banff and Macduff in Scotland, and they're adamant that they live in Banff or Macduff, that you cannot mix them up.
Right.
And I lived on the Macduff side, I think. Maybe the Banff side. Anyway, I could see the water from the apartment window I was staying in.
Okay, this is doing something that is rare and appreciated.
Okay.
To me, this reaches into the category of a hero whiskey.
Oh,
It's
really?
interesting. It's complex. I get a lot out of it.
On the gauntlet.
But usually hero whiskeys, for me at least, they're going to be challenging is not the right word.
But you can't just relax.
You can't just relax. You got to be on your toes.
Every sip, you're ready for it.
It demands your attention, but it does it in a kind of aggressive way.
Yeah.
This demands your attention, but because it's just so interesting.
I think I found a new favorite whiskey for you.
Oh, this is really nice. And I'm also a big fan of the Nectar Dwarf.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like a beautiful whiskey that's not fading into the background in every sip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, CJ Hauk, do you guys only drink whiskey, or do you have another drink such as rum or tequila that you enjoy from time to time?
Yes.
I would say like 95% of the time it's a whiskey.
Yeah, I would say mine's more like 90.
Okay.
But the only rum I currently prefer is Ron Zacapa. And, but I really love Mezcal.
You know, I do have wine fairly often at lunch.
I don't. I'm not a wine guy. Again, you're on point.
On a street, dude. What can I say? What can I say?
Hot. Yeah, just on fire. The thing is, I really love wine for about 2 sips, and then I'm over it. But the first 2 sips, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's great. And then by the 3rd sip, I'm like, no, screw this.
But you don't want to be the asshole that gets, a pour and be like, oh, this is great.
And then doesn't finish it, yeah. So that's a bummer. But Mezcal, I really love. Rum, I stick to a couple. I love gin, but mostly in mixed drinks. So I love a martini. And I've got about 5 or 6 different gins I really love. Botanist is good. It's made from Bruichladdich.
I'm sorry, just
Botanist is made from Bruichladdich,
falling asleep.
the whiskey distillery.
Yeah, that's great.
They make a gin called the Botanist.
Right.
And it's great.
Right.
Hendrix, Citadel, anyway.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may I fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.